What's up, people? It's your girl Adiola. So for those who may not know, the beef between former President Olusegun Obasanjo and the present President Muhammadu Buhari has been going on for a long time, even though they have a lot more in common than they would admit. They were both generals at some point, they were both heads of state at some point, and they've both had second chances to prove how much they care about the people. They've both been presidents under the democratic government, and they have both disappointed Nigerians as far as I am concerned. But you know, just like Nollywood movies, we've had part 1, part 2. Is this part 3 or part 4? You don't even know. I mean, we can't keep up with this old man. Anyway, so Obasanjo has been criticizing Buhari a lot lately about his performance or lack of it, you know. In fact, Obasanjo started a coalition movement ahead of the 2019 election. It looks like he will have his own candidate for the 2019 election. He calls it the coalition movement of Nigeria, and he said that 3 million Nigerians have already registered with his coalition. Father. But now these two men are yabbing each other in public.
When you have an ineffective and incompetent government, we are all victims.
Sure.
Those of you who are in business, your business will have been better today if we have a competent and...
Father Lord, you see what is happening here?
First lesson I learned in my military training is never reinforce failure. What we have now is failure, never you reinforce it.
Oh snap, he went there, he went right. You know how to insult somebody. So what did Buhari say in response?
One of the former heads of state between that time was bragging that he spent more than 15 billion American dollars, not naira, on power. Where is the power?
Did he just? No, he did. Yes, he did. He went there as well. You see, everybody knows he's talking about Obasanjo. Why didn't he mention the name? So this is where I need your help, my people. Because I agree with Obasanjo that Buhari's administration has been a huge disappointment. He definitely has a point. However, looking at the concentration of the medulla transmission inside the submission of the apprehensive photosynthesis of this issue, that is to say, if you take a critical look at the peripheral level with your koro I say you understand, it looks to me as if Obasanjo is trying really hard to appear like he cares about the common people. Father, but does he?
Sorry, sir. Transmission. Transmission.
Hey, Baba, you know, if I slap you with the back of my hand like this, what is wrong with you? We talked about that last week and in past. Can we just move on? Sorry, my people, in case the IGP is watching, no offense, Jai. Or the just likes you, I don't know why. But like I was saying, does Obasanjo actually care about the common people? Because he had 3 different chances, 1, 2, 3, to show how much he cares about the common people. Just like Buhari, Obasanjo was the head of state in the 70s, and then he became president under a democratic government, and he served 2 terms, 1999 to 2007. Do you think if he did what he was supposed to do at that time, we would be where we are today in Nigeria? And I'm not saying he didn't do well at all. I'm just saying he could have done better. You know, I'm really interested in what you guys have to say about this, because yes, he has good international relations. He's well respected in so many countries. They even call him to come and monitor elections. He's very good with words. He's more eloquent than Buhari. We get that. But the man had his own chance to save Nigeria 3 different times in office. What is this? Is Obasanjo getting ready for a fight? Yes, that's another thing. The man is physically fit, even though he's older than Buhari. We know that, but why do you have to bring it up? So Buhari brought up the fact that the House of Representatives during Obasanjo's time did an investigation and came to the conclusion that at least $16 billion disappeared into private accounts under Obasanjo in the name of fixing our electricity. 16 billion American dollars. The way they call this monies in Nigeria sometimes, I wonder if they actually know what they are talking about. $16 billion. Now, the committee that reported this was known as the Power and Steel Committee, was also known as the Elumelu Committee. Now, based on the committee's findings, they recommended that AFCC should probe Obasanjo, as well as the former governor of Ondo, that is Olusegun Agagu, the former governor of Cross River, that is Imoke, former Central Bank governor, that is Soludo, as well as the former Accountant General of the Federation, Ibrahim Dakwambo, and others. Now, shortly after that report came out that these people have shared $16 billion, we heard that the same committee that revealed this accepted a bribe of 100 million naira. Me, I don't know how true this is, but there were several reports about it. But all I know is that their recommendation for Obasanjo and others to be probed suddenly went under the carpet at that time. Nobody had anything anymore after that. So now that Buhari brought it up again, Obasanjo released a statement in response, basically saying that he explained what happened to the $16 billion in his book titled My Watch. You guys know that Obasanjo wrote a book, right? He said that Buhari should go and read that book for explanation, saying that EFCC had cleared his name. And then then he insulted Buhari in his response that if Buhari cannot read the 3-volume book, that he should appoint his aides to read the book and then summarize the chapters in a language that will be very simple enough for Buhari to understand. Father. That is to say that Buhari cannot read. But like I said, you know how to insult somebody. Okay, so me, I don't even care about the two of them doing cat fight. As far as I'm concerned, they've both failed us. But you know, as a Nigerian, don't you think Obasanjo owes us a better explanation than to tell us to go and read his book? Seriously, this is not a marketing strategy for his book. We're talking about $16 billion. You know what that money would do in the lives of Nigerians? I agree that Buhari has not been performing well. In fact, everybody knows my stand about Buhari's performance, but Obasanjo had his own chance.
Where is the power? And now we have to pay the debt?
Okay, stop right there. To be fair, Obasanjo paid off all our debts, you know, before he left. So I don't know what Buhari is saying here. And he left about $65 billion in excess crude account. Now, some people will say that it's not up to 65 billion. Some people say it's 35 billion. All I know is he paid the debt before he left, and he left some money.
Sometimes I wonder, those who can afford to educate their children to go overseas and train, America, Europe, Asia, and so on, and they continue sabotaging the economy. I wonder which kind of Nigeria they want their children to come and work for.
But Baba Buhari, you're welcome. I've been defending you all day. Well, must you say something else? Where did his children go to school? No, be abroad? Yes, it's overseas. You don't know the difference.
Abroad is more far. It's farther than overseas. Somewhere like Libya now or Morocco, you see there's desert, so there's space. So that's an example of abroad. Hey!
Okay, please. So why are you interrupting me today? So maybe his children went abroad, not overseas. I don't know. All I know is they did not study in Nigeria. Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much. Does this look like Nigeria to you? How did you pay for their school fees, Oga Buhari? If they got scholarship, can you please let us know? But if the money came out of your pocket, let us know as well, because you are a public official, so you understand. Now, going by the way that Buhari spoke in this clip, where he was actually addressing his supporters that went to visit him at Aso Rock, going by the way he spoke in that video, he actually believes that he's doing well as a president.
Please, we have nothing to regret. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, he believes he's doing well. He believes people are just criticizing him for no reason. He believes all the criticism is just the work of the opposition. And personally, that worries me, because I realize nobody close to the president is telling him the truth. It's really sad that all his special advisors, all the people that know what is going on, they are lying to him, and they paint us, the critics, as if we are members of the opposition. Meanwhile, things are not going well in Nigeria at the moment. But you guys know I don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real.